Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to ESC United and another one of our Eurovision 2021 interview series. Today I am joined by Rafal of Poland. Hi, Rafal.
Hi, Connor. It's a pleasure to be here, and many greetings from Rotterdam right now. And I'm happy to talk with you a little bit about Eurovision, about the ride, about this path of my life right now.
Yes, and I am so excited to talk to you as well, especially because, I can't be there this time. This was going to be the one time that I could have gone to Eurovision. And so I am going to pick your brain on every single detail that's going on so that when I do get to go next time, I got all that information that I already know what to expect. Of course, as
That's a
press.
that's a good plan for that. So actually, you can be a little bit disappointed right now because I'm in a hotel room for like 4 or 5 days. I need to stay here because one of the Polish members of the delegation, not the artist on the stage, has a positive test for COVID. So we are waiting for the regulations what to do else. So we have negative tests, PCR negative tests, but recommendation is to stay at the hotel room.
Yeah.
And so we can be a part of that. I missed the Turkish carpet party. I can't talk with all the friends, but what what is bad, it's always something good with that because they send us a lot of hugs from another delegations, a lot of artists, a lot of people around the world and around the Europe send us greetings and many hugs that they feel for us to feel okay because we are sitting in the hotel,
Yeah.
and also Romania, Iceland, and Malta. And that's always something good with that. We are waiting, can wait to be on the stage and perform on Thursday. We are ready after our rehearsal. But COVID is a COVID and pandemic is pandemic. Safety is most important right now, and we just need to wait.
Right, right. But, at least prior to all of this kind of unfolding from yesterday, how has the Eurovision experience kind of been for you? Have you been able to enjoy the pieces that are semi-normal, being in the press conference, being on the stage, everything like that?
Oh yeah. So last week was amazing, because of course you are separate and you're going with your own bus, and the regulations are, and you need to be within the social distance with the artists and so on. But of course, we were at the two press conferences. I've met a lot of journalists, and I can talk and say hello to Sanhit from San Marino, to Austria, to girls from Serbia, Malta, and Romania with Roxanne, and so we have a chance and opportunity to talk a little bit about that, and so this whole process is now being like you need to focus on your performing now, and you can talk with the hair stylist, with the makeup stylist, with the directors. You have a special place after your show. You go to the viewing room and you talk with the directors about the lights, about the viewing, about the sound,
Hmm.
about performing, and about everything. So you have a special room for to prepare your air on the stage, your headphones, your microphones, and your so everything is really super normal and very professional here. You have a press conference and a meeting point, bubble view the room for the other artists. So you feel that, and I'm really happy to be a part of this Eurovision family, and finally get here, and can't wait what else I can see around that.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. Well, and one thing, I've been speaking with a couple of other artists and
Yeah.
delegations, and I feel like everyone kind of brought their own entertainment to Eurovision, since we know that we are spending a little bit of time there in the hotels. So, what did you bring? Did you bring like any video games, movies, board games, anything like that?
Uh, a microphone to sing a little bit, is for sure. I have a Polish flag.
Okay.
Some cookies and candies they give me like presents, to spend the time right now. One thing to practice vocal with this and singing.
Yeah, that part I know. Yes. Yes.
That's really cool for singing, and those a few sunglasses more, for my show. And but I don't have a game like a video game for instance, and I have a work on computer with the music and to create something new, and to talk a little bit about the situation right now. A lot of things is happening right now, and people
Mhm.
are calling me the journalists and the managements and all this stuff. So I have a busy day, if I'm sitting here, a busy day. So it's cool.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And so maybe if you could give us like the inside scoop, are there any songs that you've maybe been thinking about or maybe been working on while you've been in the Eurovision Hotel?
Uh, Maybe not exactly, but I'm thinking what to do in the first way after that, because it's always a big decision. Of course, we are prepared for a few things. If you have a good result and you are in the final and something happened that you are really in good position, you need to think, okay, so that's a reason to do something more in this market. But if you are getting with normal stuff with you in Poland, you need to sing in Polish or you need to sing in English. So there's a lot of ideas right now coming into your mind, and to see what's going on, because this is in Europe, you feel, if you feel the Eurovision, you feel those all the trends and all the what is going on right now with the music, fashion on the stage, and all those situation around Europe market.
Hmm.
So after that, if you see that, you know which way you can go to have your own path and your way with the music. And this is a great challenge and something new. It's a great experience for me, and I'm looking forward for that, and I'm looking for all those wonderful artists, and I say, okay, I'm part of that, and they are best of the best. So it's really fantastic experience.
Yeah. Well, and thinking about kind of your career in music, we'll take things maybe backwards just a little bit.
All
Um,
right.
at what point did you realize that music was something that you wanted to kind of pursue?
um yeah, I have all my life I had two passions, and one was music, and another one was a sports activity, especially when I was a wrestler,
Yeah.
Olympic wrestler. I know in the freestyle in United States is very popular, because I've been there in
Hmm.
Las Vegas in few tournaments, and I watched for the kids. So fighting in wrestling was something amazing, with those headphones here, and
Yep.
that's it. We don't use that, so I had a problem with my ears, but it was really nice. And I know that in the school, in gyms, wrestling is very, very popular. So you know what I mean. And of course, on one day, if your father is a wrestler, my father was a wrestler, so you need to decide which part of your life you are doing as a professional, because sport can be your passion, or can be your job, or can be your future.
Hmm.
Music can be your passion, but can be also the a path, like you decided to be a professional. And one day I decided to change my life to be professional in the music industry. And because of injuries on my back, because that I realized that I'm not the best. I can't be Olympic champion. I can't go with this stuff on the European champion. And now I'm on. I'm in this business and the European champion in music. So it's really something amazing. And I think I choose the right way for me.
Yeah, and it's really funny that you mentioned kind of your background in wrestling and kind of Olympics
Yeah.
because here in the States, not a lot of people know about Eurovision. And so like
Yeah.
when they're like, what is Eurovision? And the number one thing that I'll say is it's like the Olympics of music. That's the good reference point. And so you're definitely
Yeah.
right. You may not have made it to the Olympics of wrestling, but you made it
Yeah,
to the Olympics of music, and that's just as good.
that's great. Yeah, but we have information that from this year, you have some kind of the same contest in the United States, that every
Yes.
states they are going, just this is like some kind of Eurovision America. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really nice. I'm really curious to see what's going on with that. What is because I've been in America many times, and I was traveling around many states, even Nevada, Arizona. I've been in Yellowstone, California, New Jersey, New York, Florida, and all those stuff. So there's a different type of music,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really curious that, do you have, for example, in this point of view, like you will have a country stars, they will sing against the pop stars or the rock stars, or it's really amazing, and it can be really great for that. And I can't wait to see what's going on. So we have the same situation in Poland and in Europe, that we are creating something in this market, this type of songs, but it's always, influence of something that is from your country. So this
Yeah.
is really wonderful.
Yeah, well, in thinking specifically about your music video for Eurovision, I know that there's a
Yeah.
little bit of like, I don't know, behind the scenes information that I may reveal here. But the music video was filmed in, it was like a neon light museum there in
Yeah.
Poland. How did you come up with the idea that the music video for the ride and this neon light museum could kind of come together to create your music video?
Because I've watched all those hits like The Weeknd's, Dua Lipa, and so on, and I
Mm,
I try to have the same spirit of song in my repertoire, like 80s, sounds and the vibes and the synthesizers and all those stuff, this melody. So if we sing in English, we decided with our director, it was his idea to create some kind of inscenization like a video game, like a Tron, like Atari games, like you are in some kind of room, and then you put inside the cameras and drones, and if you use those neons from 80s, they are retro, and they are working still in the museum. So we have something Polish accents, because they are very, very famous. They were very famous, and especially in 80s. And I'm from 80s, so everything is, like in a retro style, but a little bit modern.
yeah.
And this is a part of Polish history with the modern stuff, and we are thinking about this music industry around the Europe, because this is a Swedish product, and the composers and producers are from Sweden. So it is international. So we open up this year to have a good show, big show, and to create the best song, like energetic song on the stage.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and do you feel like that kind of that music video and kind of that inspiration from the '80s and the neon lights kind of helped you figure out what your staging concept would be for the Eurovision like actual stage?
Yes, because this stage is huge in Rotterdam, and
Yeah.
you need to use all the parts, and we have a great choreography, and we can use it all with the fireworks, with the pyro, with the lights, neons, visualization like 3D. If you see from the rehearsal, those lines, they are like in the Game of Tron, and so we are with those sunglasses inside that if you see that, the
Yep.
a little
Yep.
bit like a stage performing, and then you need to sing that and perform with the fun on the stage. So yeah, it was idea. It's some kind of creation with the sound and music, and I think the people like this song because it fills with good vibes, I think so.
Yes. Well, and it's actually really funny that you bring up your sunglasses because that was my next question for you. How many pairs of sunglasses did you bring to Rotterdam?
I don't know. I have like 6 or 7. One is here, and others are here. There's another over there. So we have a lot of that. But you never know. You need to use some of them. And this is, neons, lights, sunglasses. This is like attributes, and you can compare that. If you reflect the lights in the sunglasses, there's something like in a movie, So we thought about that in this particular way.
Gotcha, gotcha. I've just been so curious because like sunglasses, if you're like me, I mean, I wear normal glasses, but like when I wear
Yeah.
sunglasses, if I'm not careful, I lose them in like 30 seconds. And so I was like, they have had to have brought like multiple pairs of those just in case Rafal just like walks around and so like, oops, there goes his sunglasses.
Uh, for me, my sunglasses, okay, I focus on that, but we have a dancers and they need to have them on the end of the song, and they need to be carried for because they are on the stage, and you can just drop it and you can crush it if you
Hmm.
stand on that because they are black, so you don't see this on the stage. So this is really funny, but it's a part of show, I think so.
Yeah. Well, and in thinking about kind of the actual, stage and the other competitors, obviously when you created your song The Ride, you didn't know what anyone else was doing. Like, you were just like this is
Yeah,
my song, this is what I'm doing.
yeah, of course.
Were you surprised when some of the other songs came out and you were like, "Oh, that sounds 80s? That sounds 80s. My song sounds 80s." Like, were you shocked by that?
I think Denmark and Iceland, they have
Mhm.
some. Iceland is a little more alternative 80s sound. No, I wasn't surprised. Why is that? Because they look at the market, what's going on. Probably they are also from 80s, and they love this type of music. I like that. Aha, Take on Me, Limal, and all those melody. So probably if I mentioned about it and I thought about that, they can do the same, and I'm happy for it, and I'm happy that we have 80s vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that it's so because obviously I am a little bit younger, but the 80s of Eurovision is like my favorite decade of songs and watching. And
Oh,
so
that's true.
um
Yeah, it
you know
truly is.
yeah,
The
especially your
hairstyles, the colors.
yes, it is just so different. I mean, granted every decade is different, but
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
decade was just so unapologetically 80s. Like
And
you
of course a big for it's how you say that, inspiration. It's a big inspiration for another generations,
yes.
so that's it.
Yes, the
Yeah,
80s and 90s are starting to come back. So,
yeah.
for good and for bad, for good and bad.
Yeah, you're truly is.
Yeah. Well, and also thinking about these other artists and these other songs, I'm curious. Obviously, you've spent a lot of time with the song The Ride. It's your song for
Yeah.
Eurovision. But if you were going to steal another song for Eurovision from this list of 2021 songs, which one would Rafal take to Eurovision instead of The Ride?
Um, I'm not a judge this year. I was a judge in Tel Aviv, so have a list and take 10 points, 12 to this. That's it. But I can say that I love those artists, and I love Sanhid with San Marino with Adrenalina. Karma is nice with Angelina from Albania. Roxanne is singing wonderful in Romania. Switzerland, I love this song. It's really amazing, and so it's a few songs that I like it right now, but I'm focusing on the ride, and I think it is the best proposition for me in this year to sing that.
Yeah.
And of course, my fingers crossed for everyone, and I think all the best to all the artists because we are close and we don't have a concerts, we don't have a meeting with the audience. This business and show business is stuck, so we need to open up, with those all those artists to feel and to send a message to other countries and other artists and other fans that yeah, we are ready with our music to see with you, to stay with you and spend some times on the fresh air, probably, or with the
Yeah.
big concerts. We are ready for that.
Yeah, and hopefully, I know that some things are starting to kind of trend towards the positive in some areas and things like that. So hopefully, in the next couple of months, we can kind of get back to a sense of normalcy. I don't want to get too optimistic, but a little bit of something so that the music industry can reopen, concert seasons can reopen.
We need to be optimistic. Yeah,
Yes.
it's for sure. You need to send this energy that everything is okay. And they explain us here the same as we just came, and they say, look, sorry for those all the restrictions, but we are the biggest event right now on the world, and everybody are they are watching for us, and they are looking for what to see, what to do, and we need to stay focused on everything.
Yeah. Well, I have one final question for you. I know
Yeah,
that you
ready.
obviously are busy and you have other interviews to get to today, but
I think it's one more and one of the last here, so it's
okay.
really nice. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Okay. Of
Thank you so
course.
much.
Well, my final question for you would be
Yeah.
if you were going to give advice to future representatives for Poland in the Eurovision Song Contest, what advice do you think you would give to them as they're kind of trying to get in your shoes in the future?
Oh, that's a really good question, and I never have a question like that. So thank you, Oliver. It's really good. Uh, First of all, when I was before my departure here and my arriving to Rotterdam, I spoke with a few contestants before me, like Tulia from Poland, Michał Wiśniewski and Troje, and of course Edyta Górniak. She was the best, and she still is second place in Eurovision in 1994. So they gave me a lot of advice, and probably I will think about it, and I will focus after Eurovision, because you need to be on a stage when it's live, and then you can say to the other artists, focus on that, prepare for that, and do that, because now I'm after rehearsal. I can also say something, but I'm waiting to be on the stage. So I think this question I can explain later after the concert,
Yeah.
because you have a chance to be in a final round. But if you're not going in, what to do, how to react on that, how you react on the people, how you react on other artists, the songs, are you stressy, are you nervous, whatever. And the rehearsal, I wasn't stressy. I was just I was standing on the, the stage and doing my job. I talked with the director, I talked with the Steadicam operator, and with those guys here and the chief of the stage. And so I was busy. And now I'm not busy. I'm just singing, and I can't wait for that. So
Yeah.
probably, but one thing I can tell, that you need to be open for every circumstances, and you need to be ready for the critics. You need to be ready for, uh, for all situation that you are not prepared for that. Like a pilot in a plane. If something happen, you need to have a checklist to know what to do if something is engine is failure or whatever. So sometimes you can focus on this, but another thing is going on around you, and
Yeah.
oh right, I forget that. So it's a huge thing. I've been on a big stages, and this is not one it is one of the biggest stage I ever been to, but really, believe me, I was, and I spent many years on big stages. But all these backgrounds around that, and all this situation just around the Eurovision and everything, how is it prepared for that, it's something huge, really huge.
Yeah, yeah. So go in maybe with an open mind, be ready to change at a
Yeah.
moment's notice, but also show up on the moment that it counts. That's what I heard.
Yes, of course.
All
But
right.
of course, it's good when people are saying a few words about you, when they're talking about you. Oh, yeah, that's the guy, that's the person. All right. If you are a little bit recognizable. If they recognize you,
Hmm.
you are recognizable. They say, okay, that's the good situation. You need to be, recognizable person here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I want to thank you so much again for taking some time out of your day. Hopefully, everything it can remains peaceful. You know, you can get a lot of rest during this time, especially while we are still kind of stuck in that hotel.
Yeah.
But we cannot wait to see you perform in the second semifinal later this week. I just want to wish you all the best luck. Have so much fun. I can't wait to kind
Thank
of feel
you.
that energy. And we also can't wait to see what you do after Eurovision as well.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. It was a
Yeah.
pleasure to talk with you and explain a little bit more about my inspirations about this music and about what I'm feeling here right now. So thank you for supporting, and yeah, hope to be in, with my team on the stage in second semifinal. And all the best to you. Good luck.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. Take care.
Take care. Take care, Connor. Bye.
Bye.